stressed. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. I was one of those people that ran through the airport. How fucking embarrassing. I don't care. I don't care because it was my Kindle. I need more coffee. Elsie Silver's men are just top tier. Is it done? Are you done? That was so extra. I feel like chapters should only be 6, 7 pages maybe, but when you're getting in the double digits, I'm just like, hi besties, welcome back to my channel. It's that time of the month where I start to record my month-long reading vlog. Okay, so I am so excited about my September TBR. This is what she looks like. Yeah, pretty long, and I'm gonna put somewhere here on the screen what the total page count is. And then as far as my hopefuls go for this month, these are them right here. So lots of books. Can I get to them all? I'm not sure. Starting off with the first book on my official TBR, it is The Wedding People by Allison S. Bach. I am about 40-ish% already through this book. This is my book club pick. Head on over to Fable if you want to chat with the rest of us reading this. So far so good. I'm kind of finding it a little bit comical, but this is going to be read in the video. Love Me Do by Lindsay Kelk. The font is very large and I'm very excited for it, so this is on my TBR as well. Miss Elsie Silver's Wild Love. I'm so excited to pick this up because Wild Eyes just released yesterday, I believe. One of Us is Lying by Karen M. McManus. The Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. The last book on my official TBR is Darling Girls by Sally Hepworth. I do have the audiobook of this as well, so I'm going to try to prioritize the Libby loans that I currently have, and then we will go towards the other books later in the month. So that's my official TBR. The hopefuls. These are them. I am currently reading one of them and I am so absolutely loving it. It is The Good Part by Sophie Cousins. I literally am about like 30-ish% already and I started it today. I do have the audiobook and it does expire here shortly. But this book is making me laugh out loud. I am enjoying it so much. I love Sophie Cousins' writing. Then the next book I have is Vera Wong's Unsolicited Advice for Murderers by Jessie Q. Santanto. I'm so sorry the air just kicked on, but like, I'm hot, so I'm glad. But I'm really excited for this. I feel like it's going to be a perfect transition book. I think I've said that multiple times in my previous videos. The Year of Second Chances by Laura Avery. I would love to get to this because it is so short and it's like less than 300 pages. So that is, to me, an ideal book. Two very exciting books. We have the first and the third book in the Maple Hill series. I wanted to read this during hockey season, but I missed out on it. And so I was just going to skip over this one. I did skip this one going into Wildfire, and I absolutely loved Wildfire. I think I gave it like a 4.25, even a 4.5. Loved that book. So I wasn't concerned skipping Icebreaker and going into Daydream. However, everyone loves Henry because of the way who he is in this book. So what did I do? I went on Libby, and Libby had the audiobook available. So I have to read this. But learn about Henry in this book and the whole reason why we love him and everyone was so excited, then we'll read his book. This is also Sarah Crowley's book club. I know I mention it in every single video. I'm so sorry if you're sick of it. So I'm sorry if it's annoying, sorry if it's repetitive. I don't care. I mean, I do care, but so Daydream by Hannah Grace is on my TBR, but I really want to read Icebreaker before. So I'm feeling so motivated to read. I felt like I mentioned this in my last video, but I do have some new girlfriends in a new city, and with that comes plans and whatnot, but a lot of them are readers. So I'm hoping we can incorporate more reading time. I'm also going to be out of town, so my Kindle is going to be my best friend. I'm so glad that I have some Libby audiobooks. I think that was one hindrance to my last month reading, was because I didn't have any audiobooks. It was just strictly eyes reading, which is fine. However, I'm an immersive reader, like I just mentioned. So if I can get the audiobook, I'm going to fly through these books a lot faster. So I just yapped like actually crazy amount. I'm so sorry, but thank you so much for clicking on today's video, and I am so excited to see what books I'm able to read this month. Okay, so I just yapped for about 10 minutes, but I will just quickly give you an overview of the official TBR books as well as the hopefuls, and then the page count for each pile of books, and then also the graphic that I designed. I think it is so cute and a little fall-like, but we're gonna see out of all of those books how many can I read. picked up The Good Part by Sophie Cousins. Why is this fucking hilarious? Like, this book right here, I currently am listening to the audiobook while I'm doing some computer work, and it is so funny. Long story short, she kind of is just, she feels like everything's kind of going wrong, and she wants to skip to the good part. And it says on here, have you ever wished you could skip to the good part? Well, I'm at the part where she is, like, her wish got granted, and it is so funny, and I just, honestly, I'd recommend. I'm only 13% into the audiobook, but it is, I'm laughing out loud with a smile on my face. Like, it is so funny. I just have to say that. I know it's not part of my TBR, but I only have 5 days left to complete this or listen to this book before I have to return it. But yeah, it is so freaking funny. So yeah, just, I needed to pop in here and say this book is a good time so far. Okay, hi besties. Happy Thursday. I don't know when you're seeing this, but it is September 5th. And yesterday I got something really exciting. I got a Canon PowerShot digital camera. This is the ELPH 180. It is so itty bitty cutie. Like, why did these ever go out of style? I need to get a new SD card so I can switch between the camera and then the camera I'm filming on this. But I had so much fun yesterday. We had a little crumble girls night, and so we just kind of sat at a park and had some really cute cookies. Not the point. All day yesterday I listened to The Good Part by Sophie Cousins. This book is fucking hilarious. Like, I am about that far in. The audio book says I am 72% through, and I will finish it in 1 hour and 42 minutes. So definitely obtainable for me. I want to do my nails, and that will probably take up a good part of me soaking off this dip. So really excited because I think this would be my third book I've finished in September, and it's only the 5th. I think that's right, but granted, I was almost done at the beginning of the month. Anyways, I digress. This book, I'm loving it so much. It's about Lucy Young, and she's just like down in the dumps, and a lot of stuff was going wrong, and so on a drunken night, she makes a wish at like this genie machine, saying like, I just wish I could skip to the good part. I think her friends were moving away, her apartment wasn't good, her like, there were financial issues, all kinds of things that led her to make this wish. And then she wakes up and she is having like this whole identity crisis because she now is a mom of 2, she has a husband, and she skips forward 16 years. And so she's just like trying to jump into her dream job, but she doesn't remember anything. Her husband is like confused. Her kids are calling her out saying like, you're not my mom, I don't know who you are, you're an alien. It is just so funny and I love it. Like, genuinely, I'm so glad that this caught my eye. And Annabelle Monaghan has a blurb at the front, and it says, fresh, heartwarming, this book to read twice, once to feverishly tear through the pages, and a second time to savor. So I could see myself picking up a used copy of this book somewhere online like Pango Books, because it is that funny. I'm finding myself wanting to annotate, but I can't because it's a library copy. So I'm yapping, but I'm having a really good time. I know I haven't really updated you, but this book is hilarious and I would highly recommend. I'm curious to see how like this last little bit goes because I think we're at like the 3rd act conflict, so we'll see. But The audiobook is really, really fun too because they have Scottish and British accents, so that's really cool.
He could be a bit of a funny fella. What does that mean? He's a comedian or that he's a psychopath? Honestly, I don't know. Fine. He lifts shits on the bed, hugging his puppy arms around. I don't mind the character's face. It's striking now. He might mean either way. But I think he was something. He's not
Okay, besties, I finished The Good Part by Sophie Cousins. I absolutely loved this book. I really enjoyed Sophie Cousins' writing as well as the whole time jump. Just loved the humor that it came with it. I thought her future family was just hilarious, and I thought that the ending was pretty cliche, but I also couldn't see any other ending, so I really enjoyed it, and I would definitely recommend. Right now it's sitting at a 4.5. I don't know if that's going to change, but yeah, I absolutely loved this. Loved the audiobook. Loved, love, love. Right here. The Good Part, the good book. Okay? Okay. Battery just died. So, am I gonna get another one? Nope. I'm just gonna talk to you real quick. I am officially halfway through One of Us is Lying, and I'm enjoying the point of views. I think it was a little complicated at first, but I think I understand who's who now. Basically, in the first chapter, there's a group of 6 kids, and they're all at detention because they have a phone in class or something, so they all get sent to detention, and then something ends up happening, and some kid ends up having an allergic reaction, and it causes a whole bunch of stuff, and this is all within the first chapter. So now there's like police investigations and stuff like that, and basically each of the students that were in detention subconsciously had a motive to the Simon kid. So we're just uncovering potential secrets and stuff like that with every other person. I feel like a whole lot of nothing is happening though. Like, this book I don't even think is a 3-star for me. If it wasn't on my TBR, I think I would have DNF'd it by now. I don't DNF, but at the same time, like, I don't know if I could read this without the audiobook. Granted, I did my nails, and the audiobook kept me company for the entire time, but I just feel like it's a little YA for me. I think going from None Shall Sleep, which was way gorier and more graphic, but still a YA, to something like this YA is just very 2 different spectrums. That's my update. Hi besties. It is Friday, September 6th, and I made it about 6 68% through today. We've got a little plot twist about one of the main characters, and I was not at all expecting that. The last thing I said, I kind of still agree. I feel like there's a lot of characters, but like not a lot happening. Maybe that's just me. I think it's fine. Like, it's pretty middle of the road for me, but I also have a decent chunk left, so I'm hoping that something will like really pick up. If not, I have no clue who did it, by the way. I kind of just read for vibes and I go along with the journey. So no, I have not been guessing. There's a couple suspicious people. I don't know who it is, but I'm curious. So far, so okay. It's the 7th, quite early in the morning actually. I don't even get up this early on the weekdays, but I wanted to give you a little Friday reading update. I don't remember exactly how far I got into One of Us is Lying audiobook. I'm pretty sure I'm like really close to it. This was my last known, this was my last known marker. Okay, yeah, I'm 95% through with the audiobook. So I am enjoying it. The plot twist I did not see coming at all. I think it's interesting how the whole thing went down. So I think they're coming up to a conclusion. And then, oh, by the way, it's Sarah Curley's 24-hour reading challenge, so I'm gonna hope to read a lot today because I have no plans on this Saturday. I think that is so lovely. Then I want to actually start and finish The Year of Second Chances. I was able to renew my Libby loan for another 14 days, but I think I'll be out of town. So we might as well grind this less than 300 pages book, and then we can finally grind on The Wedding People by Alison Espach. This is like high priority, but this one is just so little and so short, so I have 15 minutes left in the audiobook for this one, and then I'm going to start this. It should only take me about 4-ish hours, and we'll jump right into The Wedding People. Again, I'm 41% through this book, but I am loving the fact that I don't have any obligation today. Like, it couldn't be better. Couldn't be better. Like, me and Bing, we're just gonna be chilling. Like, that's gonna be me. So, I hope your day is going well whenever you're seeing this. And, yeah, let's finish a book, let's start a book, let's grind. Finished. I think I'm gonna give it like a 2.5. A 2 seems too low, but a 3 just seems like too high. Yeah, that might be really rude, but genuinely didn't care for this book. Something about it just didn't sit with me. So I probably will not continue the series. Year of Second Chances, just started it. So I'm really excited to see how long this will take me. So let's get started. I should give you an update. It is the 7th, much later, clearly. I am still working through The Year of Second Chances by Laura Avery. I am on page 169 out of 288, so I have just over 100 pages left. I think the audiobook says I'm like 70-ish% through. But I realized I never really told you what this was about. So this is about Robin, aka Robbie. Robbie is a new widow, and she is approaching around the 1-year anniversary of her late husband's death, who died of cancer. And he set up a dating profile and paid for a 1-year subscription service, and then also scheduled an email sent to her around the 1 year. So it was very unexpected, and she got a flood of emotions hearing from her late husband. His intentions were to make sure that she moves on, because Robin is an accountant. She's 31 years old, I think 33 years old, and her late husband, Gabe, just knew that she was going to be that kind of woman to like sulk and not really move on. But Gabe wanted her to be happy and, have a life that she deserves. And so he encourages her to use the dating service subscription. And it's kind of about her navigating grief of her husband after 1 year, and then all the complexities of going on first dates and learning how to have feelings for someone who's not her husband. And yeah, so I'm really enjoying it. Her writing style kind of reminds me of Emily Henry in a way. I know, kind of crazy, but I think it's like the prose and the descriptive writing that she has that reminds me of Emily Henry. So I'm really enjoying it. I think it's entertaining. I think it's a little middle of the road. The audiobook is really good, so I would recommend that if you have it available. That is my little update. That is what The Year of Second Chances is about. And I think I have just about like an hour or so left in the book. So I'm really excited to finish this, because then I can focus solely on The Wedding People. I know I keep mentioning it and I'm not reading it. How annoying is that? I'm so sorry. Hi besties. Happy Sunday. It is the 8th. And I just finished The Year of Second Chances. I wanted to finish this yesterday, but I was just so tired and I kept getting distracted, unfortunately. I'm gonna give this a 3.5. It was pretty mediocre. I loved the writing. It reminded me of Emily Henry, but the ending was a little predictable, so that's why it's not a 4-star. When I compare it to my other 4 stars, I think I'm just being maybe a little too picky, but enjoyed it, would recommend. There is discussion of spouse loss, grief of family members or loved ones. There is like self-discovery, life after loss, and moving on. There's also discussion of substance abuse. So I would maybe check some trigger warnings if any of that could be triggering for you, but I really enjoyed it. Now that means I have to actually finish The Wedding People today. I'm gonna read one chapter. It's like one of the really long ones. It goes from 148 to 174. I feel like that's a pretty hefty chapter. Yeah, I'm actually like so far behind in my tabs. But I think I'm gonna read one chapter, might go to the library, return some books, run to Target, do some errands, and then binge this book. Okay, I'm gonna stop yapping and I'm gonna read. Talk to you later. Besties, it is Monday the 9th. I made cupcakes for book club last night, and that took most of my time. I'm not mad at, but I was so tired afterwards that I think I read maybe 4 pages and then fell asleep. So just downloaded the audiobook from Audible, and I'm going to listen to this while I do some laptop work because I haven't opened this laptop in months, so it's running slow. I need to make sure that while I am out of town, I'm able to do some work. So I'm making sure that all of my accounts are set up and I have the passwords and I'm bookmarking stuff. So I'm doing a lot of mindless work right now. I'm going to use this opportunity to listen to some of the audiobook. I'm really upset I had to download it, even though I'm like literally over 50%, but it is what it is. That's my life. I decided to make cupcakes for the book club. So that's what we're doing. I hope your day is going well. I hope your reading is going well. I'm a little stressed. Just a little bit. But it's okay. And I'm taking it item by item. I'm probably going to make a to-do list here just to keep me on track so I can check everything off. I also need to run to Target because I ran out of frosting. I ran out of frosting for my 45 cupcakes. So I'm gonna need to do that and then I ice the remaining couple of cupcakes. But I'm gonna try to do some work beforehand. I'm also gonna try to go to the library. They open up in the next like 30-ish minutes because I wasn't able to renew 2 of my holds, but they're on my TBR for this month, unfortunately. Or I wasn't able to renew my loans. Apparently they're called Express. But what did I do? I got 4 more Express books because obviously I wasn't able to read all of them last month, so let's get more. Let's get more. So anyways, I will talk to you guys later. Bye. besties. It has been a long time. A lot of updates. It is September 21st, and first off, I went to my Florida work conference, lost my Kindle on the way there. I had 2 flights. So when people say it's an emotional support Kindle, it genuinely felt like I lost something. Like, it felt like a loss. So yeah, that was just not a good start to a trip, you know what I'm saying? So I noticed that I lost my Kindle on the way to my connecting gate, but I wanted to, you know, put eyes on the gate, see where it was, and then I was one of those people that ran through the airport. How fucking embarrassing? I don't care. I don't care because it was my Kindle, okay? The reader girls will get it. So yeah, I ran all the way to this gate. Ends up, it was not the gate I was just at, so then I ran all the way at the other end of the airport, and they didn't have it. Nothing had been turned in. So I felt so defeated, but at least I tried. All while I have 20 minutes to board. So I am just like speed walking back to my connecting flight. You know, I had my work conference in Florida. It went well. I did a lot of networking. I got to meet my cohort for the first time in person. I guess that would make sense. Anyways, so yeah, it was really validating. I absolutely loved everyone, and I just felt extremely grateful the whole time. But the whole time I was thinking about how upset I was to not find my Kindle. So yeah, that genuinely, I was so mad at myself. How does the reader girl forget her Kindle? Okay, anyways, flash forward to I leave Florida Friday, come back home, and then Saturday I went to Las Vegas with my parents. So I had like a miniature family vacation on day 2 of Vegas. I was there for 6 days, 6 nights, 7 days. On my second day there, I got a sinus infection. So fun for that. And I think it was just the dramatic change of climates and traveling and elevation. It was just a perfect brew, a sinus infection. So I'm still getting over it. I've just been drinking a lot of water, a lot of orange juice, and then obviously this is my first at-home coffee in over 2 weeks, and it is lovely, lovely. Also, it was the longest I had been away from bingo. So I just was so excited to get back home with him. But good news, I got an email yesterday from Delta saying that they found an item that matched closely to the description of my lost Kindle, and I've already paid for shipping, and so it should be here in a couple days. So I've just been manifesting it because on TikTok I saw like months ago that a girl lost her Kindle. She bought a new one. It had been months, and then finally I think it was Delta, they contacted her and they're like, hey, I think we found your item, please provide this information. And so she ended up having 2 Kindles, but it had only been 11 days between the time that I lost it and then I traveled, and then I traveled again, and now I'm home. So I really manifested that they were gonna find my Kindle. So I'm so glad to the people who were good Samaritans and they didn't take it. Although I did blacklist it on Amazon customer support because I don't want someone buying stuff on my card. So all that to say, it has been a minute since talking to you. Okay, so my current read is Icebreaker by Hannah Grace. I am reading this because I want to read Daydream. It is Sarah Curley's September book pick. So I was not gonna read this, but everyone says that they fell in love with Henry's character in this book, which is why everyone's so excited for Daydream. So I felt like that was a pretty valid reason as for me to read this. So I'm on chapter 43. I only have a little chunk left. I'm on 363 and there is 429. So I think we're about to get to like maybe the 3rd act conflict. I'm not sure, but my thoughts on the book. It's okay. Very middle of the road for me. I really love the communication. I really enjoy Hannah Grace's writing. This one compared to Wildfire, the spice is just spice for no reason. I feel like it doesn't move the plot along at all. So I don't think it necessarily takes me out of the story, but I do think it's unnecessary. So right now I think it's sitting at like a 3.5. because I'm enjoying it, and I think the audiobook is really helping me get through this story. Otherwise, it probably would have taken me a lot longer. So yeah, that is where I'm at. I think the audiobook says I have like maybe 40 minutes left. So I'm gonna try to read that. And then my other update is for Vera Wong's Unsolicited Advice for Murderers. I was able to renew the audiobook, and I think I renewed. So I basically have it electronically on my Kindle, and then I have the audiobook from Libby, love Libby. And I am currently 83% through the book. So I'm gonna try to finish this within a couple days. It says I'm gonna finish it in 38 minutes. So I can definitely finish that today because my audiobook will expire in 2 days. Other books, let me see. Oh, I was able to renew the loan for Darling Girls, and I was able to get the physical copy from my library, so I have to go pick that up. Darling Girls is also on Kindle Unlimited, so I love that. So yeah, those are my 2 updates. I've been really trying to get through Vera Wong's Unsolicited Advice for Murderers and Icebreaker. Totally different vibes. To be honest, I didn't have a lot of time reading in Vegas or in the conference because I was just so tired, especially with the time zone change. So when I got back, I was just so tired. And then obviously it was go, go, go. And then it was late nights. And you know, Vegas, there's drinking and casinos and stuff. So, is it done? Are you done? That was so extra, don't you think? Anyways, I'm going to cut this clip because it has been way too long, but I felt like I owed you an explanation as far as my reading progress goes. I have read a lot of books this month, but that was like literally the first week, so I'm killing it. But I'm about to add 2 more books today, baby. It is currently 1:15. I have plans around 5:40. So I think I can totally knock out these 2 books and do some house cleaning as well as taking care of my dog because I love him. He was so excited to see me. Why did I think he wasn't gonna remember me? Why did I think that? We're literally platonic soulmates, you know? Like, that is my motherfucking best friend. Okay, I'm just yapping to yap because it's been 2 weeks since I've talked to you, so forgive me. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. Sorry. How can I read when this is a boy? I love that dog. I love that dog. Monday the 23rd. So how many days are in September? Does anyone know? 31? Okay, we have 1 week left of the month. And we are starting the only one left by Riley Sager. I want to read this because of my book club book pick. I still can't believe that's a reality. But yeah, I actually recommended this in the hat, and then it got picked for the top 3, and then people voted on the 3 that were chosen. So this one was the most voted out of the 3 options. So I did start it over the weekend, aka yesterday. I went to the park with some girlfriends and I only got 18 pages in, but at least I started it, right? So I'm going to try to make a good dent, at least maybe like the first tally right here. And then I think I'm going to switch things up and pick a book from my monthly TBR, which I'm pretty sure I only have 3 left. An honorable mention would be Daydream by Hannah Grace. Did just finish Icebreaker last week. But then we have these right here, these 2 books. This is a library book I have to return here shortly. And then this book is just haunting me, like literally it's haunting me. However, if I'm reading a thriller, I don't think I want to pick up another like YA mystery. I'm leaning towards either Wild Love or Daydream. I'm not quite sure. I think I'm leaning more towards this one though. I'm loving the short chapters. I am very curious about who the main character is. I think the main character is a man. I started the book with one of my girlfriends and she thought the main character was a female. So I don't know. I'm like, how did that get lost in translation? I could totally be wrong. Also, I thought this cover was like a red, but I apparently am sorely mistaken. It is orange. To me, this does not look orange. Like, it looks like a blend. You know what I'm saying? Like, it looks like a blend of red and orange. But to me, it's more red than orange, but apparently I'm wrong. So that was really humbling. Anyways, I'm just ranting at this point. I hope you're doing well. That's the update. I started a book. Let's get reading. I'm so tired. I could have slept for a lot more hours, but I can't because I have a meeting. But it is the 24th, so I have made decent progress, I think. I read like 30% of Only One Left by Riley Sager. This book is eerie, it is creepy, unsettling, all the thriller vibes, which I feel like I haven't read a true thriller in a long time, so I'm loving the short chapters. I'm loving like a little bit of the different point of view. If you know, you know. So yeah, I made it to chapter 14 before I got a little sleepy. That is the update for this one. And then because I couldn't really sleep, but I was tired, I think it was because I was reading a thriller, I decided to pick up a romance, and that is Love Me Do by Lindsay Kelk. Now, I know in the last clip I just said I was leaning more towards Wild Love, but this is a library book and I'm pretty sure I can't renew it after this, so I figured I should at least try to read this. I got up to chapter 2. I am loving the size of this print. I don't know if you can see, but it is pretty large, which is, I love that for me. I think Lindsay Kelk, or maybe just the main character, is from the UK. I need more coffee. Either Lindsay Kelk is from the UK or the main character is from the UK by just the way they speak, which is fine. I just wasn't expecting that. I'm very intrigued to see how it goes. It seems like it's going to be pretty, maybe fast-paced, but I'm not sure. I feel like there might be some forced proximity in here, which I would love. That is the update. I just love this cover oh so much. Hi, besties. Okay, it is a while later. It is Tuesday. After my work day, I just filmed a couple things, which tomorrow I'm gonna edit. But I am in the reading mood. I'm a little sleepy, so I'm gonna sit outside on the balcony and read. I would like to get to the second tab, which is page 194. I'm currently on 115, so about 80-ish pages. I don't know. I'm gonna read this, see how much I can get done. Once it starts getting, I feel like there's gonna be some pretty good plot twists within the next 100 pages, or I'm hoping so. But once I get tired of that and I get sleepy, then I'm going to dive back into Love Me Do. So, because I'm only on chapter 2, but this is like a fluffier book, so I won't get so freaked out, which I think I got a little freaked out last night, not gonna lie. So, I think this is what I need. Hi besties, it's nighttime and it's also Wednesday. I read a good chunk of my book yesterday. I made it to chapter 24, page 194. I made it to my second little tab mark, which is exciting. I don't know if we'll get to the next one. That's a lot of reading considering it just turned 7, so I feel like I could maybe. We'll see. Read up to chapter 4 in Love Me Do. Tell me why the chapters are just so fucking long. From page 54 to 68. To me, that's kind of a long chapter. I feel like chapters should only be 6, 7 pages maybe. But when you're getting in the double digits, I'm just like, so it's really dragging out. Honestly, it's really dragging out. But I have a feeling I know how this is gonna go, so we'll see if it's pretty predictable. I guarantee you it is. It's probably a stereotypical rom-com. So that's the update on these 2 books. But I have such an exciting package. I think it is my Kindle. I cannot tell you how upset I was at myself for like literally leaving my thing. So I don't know how to open this. Oh my goodness, I'm scared. It's my Kindle! Ding, it's my Kindle! It's Mama's Kindle! Oh my goodness, Bing! Mama is so happy! Okay, get down. Get down. Thank God. Dude, this literally, people joke about, it's my emotional support Kindle, like I bring it everywhere. But like, I really did. And I was really upset because they don't make this model anymore. I did lose my pop socket. You know what's really fucked up about my pop socket? I took it off, put it on my phone, because, I don't know, I was on my phone, so I took it, put it on my phone, got to the hotel, took it off my phone because it was too bulky, and then threw away. I'm pretty sure either I threw it away or the housekeeper threw it away. So I could have had the full thing, but I took it off. So that was my fault. I had to buy a new one. Holy cannoli. It has 82%. Literally, can you see that? 82%. That's crazy. That is crazy. 5 out of 5 stars for Delta. Like, Delta really did that. Delta really said, oh bitch, you lost your Kindle? Let's get it back to you. How fucking cool. Okay, I think I need to like because I made it as if it was lost and stolen. So it's blacklisted. So I probably should take that off. Wow, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Yay! That was such a slay for Delta. Delta, shout out to you. Shout out to FedEx. Literally, love you guys so much. Okay, I'm gonna go read now on my Kindle. Bye. The end of chapter 25 was my theory. Creepy, eerie. Did I tell you what this book's about? Let me tell you. Let me tell you, besties. Hold on. The Only One Left by Riley Sager is about a woman, Lenora Hope, who was accused but never convicted of killing her entire family because she was the only one left alive. Over the past 50 or so years, she's had strokes. She can't use all 3 limbs except her left hand, which is how she can communicate. She can hear, but she can't speak. She needs a full-time caregiver. Well, Kit McDeer is a caregiver who was in some shit recently, but again, accused but never convicted, so they can relate on that level. And so she gets sent to Hope's End, which is this mansion on the cliff, to take care of Lenora because her previous caretaker like completely disappeared, dropped everything and left. No explanation, no nothing. And so Kit knows what Lenora is talked about, but she is trying to understand her story and communicate with Lenora, and bits and pieces of both of their pasts are being brought up, but in different ways. So yeah, this is where I'm at. I'm scared. It's really eerie. It's really atmospheric. It's very fast-paced, entertaining, all of that kind of stuff. So that is that. That is the gist that I can talk to you about. So I'm gonna continue reading because I'm scared. I'm gonna message in my book club and be like, besties, the ending of chapter 25? Are we kidding? I swear I'm like the only one who talks in here, but it's okay. I guess this is the part of the reading vlog where I say if you want to join my book club on Fable, you're totally welcome to. It's free to tag along. It is called Booked and Busy, and that is what it looks like. Ladies who love to read. There's 50 people on here, which I think is just crazy. Look at 2 people, 4.5, and a 4. Hello, besties. It is now September 30th, so it is the last day of the month. I think the air is about to kick off, so I apologize. If I sound a little weird, one, I work from home, so I don't really talk out loud in the morning/afternoon, and two, I think I'm getting a second sinus infection, which is just a really fun time for me. I decided to pick up Darling Girls by Sally Hepworth today because I have the audiobook, and I am gonna try to knock this off today since I have a pretty open schedule. I am currently on page 131 at chapter 18, Perspective of Nora. So there's 3 perspectives we're following. It's Jessica, Alicia, and Nora. All 3 girls grew up in the system under Miss Fairchild, and decades later they find something which opens up an investigation, which brings them back to somewhere where they probably don't want to visit ever again in their entire life. That is kind of the synopsis. I am listening to the audiobook while working, and it is a good time. It's pretty mediocre right now. I'm not really finding it thrilling. The only mystery part I am trying to understand is the remains that were found. But I feel like we're doing so much background for each girl that it switches between present time and then just as before. So before the incident, when they were younger, and then current time where they're being investigated. So it's okay. I obviously am enjoying it, not enough to the point where it's like gonna be a 5-star. I think thrillers and mysteries are really hard for me to be a 5-star. It's good. I really like the audiobook. I think there's different narrators, or maybe I'm completely making that up. But yeah, just wanted to update you guys. I did start this today, and my goal is to finish it, to knock it off of my September TBR. I'm kind of cheating, but that's okay. I also switched out my Kindle paper, and I think this is so cute with like little pumpkins and bows. I just feel like this is literally fall of 2024. With all the bows. And then I have an update on Wild Love by Elsie Silver. I did pick this up over the weekend. I did get a pretty large chunk through. I am reading this physically just because something about this copy I am really enjoying. I did download it on my Kindle, but I'm still reaching for the physical copy. So I'm enjoying this. It's about Rosie and Ford. Rosie is West's sister, and I believe we got a glimpse of West in Chestnut Springs. And Ford is Willa's brother from the Chestnut Springs series. I am really enjoying it. I think everyone kind of knows that this is like single dad trope for this series. We are getting a good glimpse of the child in this book, which I think is adding a nice layer to the story. I am not obsessed, however, I am obsessed with Elsie Silver's writing, if that makes sense. So I feel like anything Miss Silver writes, I'm going to eat up. I remember I started this a while ago, and then I soft DNF'd it because I just really wasn't in the mood. I only got up to chapter 4, but now I'm on chapter 22, and I'm just really enjoying it. It's like he falls first kind of thing, childhood, friends, workplace, romance, small town. So I'm liking it a lot. I would love to finish this today too. This is a really good nighttime read. Other books, I have not read any more of Love Me Do by Lindsay Kelk, and I have not read any more of The Only One Left by Riley Sager. I really should have devoted time to the Riley Sager book because I'm literally over 70% in the book, but I decided to put that on the back burner since it's not officially on my TBR, but that is my book club pick. So I do have to read it eventually. I'll probably finish it like the first week of October. Same with Love Me Do. I am enjoying it, but the chapters are just 20 plus pages long, and that is just not keeping my attention. So yeah, that is just a little hard for me to get into because the chapters are so long. And there are like some page breaks and stuff like that, but to me, I need to finish the chapter, if that makes sense. And I'm not invested enough to read 20-30 pages of a chapter. Those are my updates. I just wanted to show you my little situation going on. I think this is so cute. I need to buy a new pop socket because I did lose it. I'm so mad at myself. We're not going to talk about it, okay? And my goal is to finish Darling Girls. So, yep, I am currently 38% through the audiobook, and we will see what I think about this. And then this video is going to be edited and uploaded, so... Currently reading Wild Love, just in my skincare, so it looked like a little bit of a glazed donut. I said he doesn't deserve you. Oh, what, and you do? No, Rosie, but I'm not the type of man who will let that stop me. Elsie Silver's men are just top tier. Top tier. Yep, this is me, chilling. Loving this book. Oh, and this is Koa the koala, if anyone wants to know. Okay, bye. Okay, I think it's been like 3 minutes. If I could crawl right into his lap and have him pet me like a fucking cat, I would. I'd purr for him. No. Hello, besties. It is now October 1st, so that concludes today's reading vlog. I hope you enjoyed this video. I ended up finishing Darling Girls, as well as reading a little bit more Wild Love, and I actually did finish The Summer I Turned Pretty yesterday because I finally was able to re-get the loan from Libby. When I know that's not like a September read, but I wanted to read it before. I wanted to kill that book off of my currently reading list because it was starting to bother me and it was no longer a fall read, if you know what I'm saying. So I listened to the last like hour and a half of that audiobook yesterday night as well. So 2 books were done. I didn't really film that because it was just me scrolling on Pinterest and Amazon and Target and Anthropologie's website, just online shopping as I was listening to the audiobook. So, hi besties, just popping in here real quick, editing Tori here, if you want to say. I'm going to include the graphic of my read and unread and in progress books from my September TBR and hopefuls. So not the best, but also not the worst. I think I had a pretty good reading month overall, so I just didn't include that in the outro. So this little clip right here is so you can look at my little graphic. Okay, bye. Stay tuned for my August and September reading wrap-up to hear more of my thoughts and opinions as well as ratings. If you liked this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and comment down below any videos you have read in today's video or if you want to read any of them. And I hope you consider subscribing to my channel to see more of my uploads. It would mean the world to me. And go ahead and leave the champagne bottle emoji for the wedding people, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye!